life and be able to talk to you, all of you graduates for 2010. So here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the faculty and directors and honorable guests, I'm very honored to be here at this podium and be able to speak to you and express the feelings of all the students now present at this graduation. It has been almost a year, next month, on September, that I registered at McManus Institute. I was very insecure and undecided. Should I was making a good decision to starting all over again, a new career in the medical field, because it had been so many years since I graduated from high school. Then I continued my studies at the Catholic University of Peru, where I'm originally from. Besides other studies on financing and marketing, international business, I thought the idea of enrolling as a medical assistant student was not going to be easy. After so many challenges that I went through in my life, I became unemployed, lost my house in Texas due to recession, then hurricane. Coming back to school was going to be a new challenge, and without money would be more difficult. However, things started happening little by little. The registration process was very smooth. Before I knew it, my first day of class was just around the corner. My first class, Anatomy 2, with Dr. Claude Losadier. I was a bit nervous. I recall my first class like it was yesterday. I'm sure everybody remembers that. Yes, yes. The kidneys, the urinary system, anuria and polynuria. I look around the room and see so many young ladies and gentlemen between the ages of 16, early 30s. Here I am, an old-timer, almost 50, a golden girl. And everybody knew each other, and I was the new kid on the block. When the class was over and the students started leaving the room, I approached Dr. Losadier and I told him very quietly, Dr. Losadier, I beg you to please be patient with me. Since I'm a 50-year-old woman, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to retain so much information. And my neurons are going to be active as when I was younger. I think I'm going to require special tutoring. He smiled and said, don't worry, Martha, you're going to make it. However, I insisted. Please allow me to do tutoring at least one time so I know if I can make it. A few days later, my first quiz came and I got 100. Then another exam. And before I knew it, the final exam came. I passed with an A. I could not believe it. I passed my first class. I realized that my fear was absurd, that if I tried hard enough and I had the will to do it, I could achieve it. So I remember a few phrases of the poem. If you think you're going to fail, you failed already. If you think you can, you cannot. So with this, I wanted to tell you that there is nothing you cannot do if you have the will to do it. There is no age to start all over again and try again and learn. There is no time like now. Sometimes we procrastinate and hope and wait, and we stay behind, and we forgot about what is important, our goals, our dreams, our future. We stop dreaming, and when we do that, that's when we die, guys. We do. The majority of us has gone through many challenges lately: unemployment, lack of food on the table, no shelter, no bed to rest, no money, sickness in the family, the loss of a close relative. We have made a lot of sacrifices to be here today. We left our children in nurseries, babysitters, sometimes with a friend. We have to go work graveyard shifts to support our families and still find time to study. That is why in this moment I wanted to thank God for this great achievement for all of us. And my mom, who unfortunately is not here tonight to see me doing this speech. My mother especially, that could be here, my son Jeffrey, my life, Jeffrey, Senior, for helping to keep going, for helping to start all over again.
We love you!
Now I wanted to thank Ms. Yolanda Morales and Mrs. Jane Cruz that assisted me and motivated me to enroll at the medical assistant program. Dr. Claudia Stendier for being a great teacher and a wonderful motivator. You made a difference in my life and in many of us because you care. Dr. Leonor Martinez, thank you for your dedication and devotion to all your students and for making sure that each of us learn the vital signs and how to hear through the stethoscope. It was so challenging when we couldn't hear on our first day. Everybody was so impatient and told you all the time, we cannot hear, we can't hear. You said, don't worry, you will hear little by little. Thank you so much. I want to recognize now Dr. and Professor from Harvard University, Dr. Alma Dyer. She's an eminence in the studies of infectious disease because she has transmitted all her knowledge and expertise in pharmacology to most of us. And we have been very honored to have you as our instructor.
Amen! We love you,
Also, I want to recognize as well Mrs. Colleen Bronstein for teaching at medical procedures and experience in the medical field and for preparing for the certification exam. Finally, I want to thank you to Ms. Alison Wright, Director of Student Services, for being the ears, the voice of many students that came to us for help when they needed the most. Thank you for listening, for giving a word of advice, for giving us hope to many of us that came to you to share our sadness and happiness. Thank you for believing in me and for giving me the opportunity to help other students and be able to make a little difference in their lives. Thank you to all my friends, classmates, students and members of the faculty and the administration that in one way or another have contributed to the success of this graduation event. Congratulations to all graduates. May God bless you and guide you in the field you have chosen. Be the light and hope to everybody you touch in your life. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world better if you can. Thank you.
Our next student speaker is Kamisha Bryan.